Now if you're in the UK, you'll know how ridiculously dry it's been over the past few months. Here in the northwest of England, it's not actually rained in 1 month. It's now the 21st of May and it's not rained since the 21st of April. We are supposed to have a bit of rain next week, but forecasters are saying that June could be a very warm and dry month as well. So I want to make sure that I'm well prepared for that. And I've not been very well prepared for the dry weather actually. I've been struggling to get things around the plot watered. It's been a right pain. I've been using this old hose pipe which I've had for quite a few years now. It's not the best. My spray gun broke the other week. It actually snapped in half. It came off in my hand completely, and I've been using this hose reel, which is about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, to be honest with you. Reeling this up, you know, it makes your arm ache, to say the very least. So I want to do away with that. All that battering that the hosepipe gets from the elements throughout the year, the frost, rain, sun, you name it, it really does take a toll on the durability of the hosepipe. And I've been cutting bits of the hosepipe off and reconnecting it over the last couple of years now, and just last week I removed a massive long piece of it because it had more holes in, and now the hosepipe is just long enough to reach about halfway across the plots. Actually, I can't even reach one side of it anymore, so not very good. My potato buckets on the new plot, I can't even reach those. I've been using a watering can recently. I couldn't carry on like that anymore. But thankfully, Vevor have come and saved the day. They have kindly gifted me, oh it's heavy. Vevor have very kindly sent me this retractable hosepipe reel, 40 meters long. Should be more than long enough to stretch around the entire plot. Better than this flipping thing I've got here anyway, the old hosepipe. So they've sent me that. I'm going to unbox it and give a quick review and then set it up. I'm going to set it up over here on this side of the plot. So this is the perimeter of the plot here, and there's this fence here, and I'm going to attach it to this fence, and then I can just pull it out and do my watering. So that is my plan with that. And then I'm going to have a connected pipe going right the way along the top of the fence to the water source over there on site. So hopefully this is a much easier method. I mean, when I was doing this, when I had this hose pipe here, which isn't very flexible either, by the way, it's very you know, it can twist and get kinks in it like that. When you're watering, you don't want that. You want it to be as easy as possible. But also I was catching all the plants and decapitating the broccoli plants, and you know, I was taking out lots of plants on my way around the plot because, you know, it just wasn't flexible enough. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now and I'm going to unbox this and then we'll set it up. I'm really excited to get this set up actually, because honestly it has come at a very good time, and I've got a feeling we're going to have a very dry summer as well. So let's get this bad boy unboxed and I'll give you my first thoughts on it, and then we'll set it up on this side of the plot. Honestly, this is a godsend. This is bound to make things so much easier. I've been watering the plot nearly every day, and that is a task on its own. It takes me like an hour to an hour and a half to water the plot, and I'm doing that at the moment actually. If not every day, usually it's every other day. I can skip a day sometimes, but still that's a lot of watering. Okay, so you actually connect the hose reel itself to a wall or to a fence or something like that, and I've got this bracket here which is pretty solid actually. It's a good quality. You've got your bolts there to bolt it. Wow, it's pretty big. It is really big. You've got your spray gun there. It's not the spray gun with the typical trigger. It's got like this trigger that you flip up and down instead, which I've never actually tried before. I've usually just had the typical one with the trigger. We'll see how we get on with that. So let's actually look at the hose reel itself. Wow. It is very heavy, but I would expect it to be heavy for 40 meters in length. That's a lot. So there we go, there it is. It's pretty chunky and quite good quality actually. It's good solid plastic, that weatherproof as well, so the frost can't get in there. But you could probably actually disconnect this at the end of the growing season and then take it into your shed or somewhere that's frost free anyway, because it does actually have a carry handle as well, so it's designed to be carried around as well. Okay, so there are a couple of things which I'm going to be doing a little bit differently, because I'm doing things a bit differently on my allotment. If you had a garden, you might do them differently to this. But the connector for this, which you would connect to your water source, is here, and this is actually an adapter for a tap. Now, I'm not connecting this directly to the tap. I'm going to be taking this off and using a double ended connector thing, whatever you want to call it, one of these little connectors here, because I'm going to connect it up to my other hose pipe, which is running to the water source all the way over there. So I'm doing that differently. So I'll just do now quickly, really simple. I should probably put it on the fence first, never mind. So that's the first thing that I'm doing differently. The other thing I'm doing a little bit differently is the way that I'm connecting it to the fence. Now, they actually have these wall plugs and these bolts to actually connect it to whatever you're connecting it to. In this case, it'd be a wall. But I'm connecting it to this pallet fence here. So I'm not going to be using these. I'm simply going to be using my decking screws and drilling them through this to connect it to that. But of course, you may want to use these if you're connecting this up in your garden. Okay, so I think here would be a suitable place to stick it. Quite good access here. There's not too much in the way. It's quite an open area. I think it'd be very good here, and hopefully it can pivot here as well on a hinge. So I'm having to stick a few washers in to connect it up. Because I'm using decking screws, the holes are much bigger than the decking screws because it's actually designed for these bolts. But that's fine. Washers will make sure that I can connect it up just fine, so that's okay. Excellent, that works quite well. Should hold on there pretty well. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. That's got quite a bit of weight to it though, and when there's water going through it, there's going to be even more weight to it, but that's pretty sturdy there. Should hold quite well. I've had to put a piece of wood at the back as well for extra stability as well. So I'm going to run this along the top of the fence here, and then we're going to connect it up and we're going to have a bit of a watering session. Okay, so that's the hose pipe all connected up now. I've connected it to the pallet fence here with this bracket. Should hold. It's pretty sturdy, I think. That should be okay. And I've actually run the hose pipe along the fence like that, so it's out of the way. It doesn't cause any problems. And yeah, let's have a go. Let's have a little bit of a watering session and see how we do. There is this stopper here, which I'm probably going to have to readjust. Yeah, I'll have to. Oh no, it should be okay that actually. I'm happy with that. But I'm going to pull it out, see how far I can reach this, and then I'm just going to give a little bit of a review on how it is to go around the plot watering with it. There is this nozzle as well, which you can use, but I have opted for the spray gun instead because I'm not overly keen on them, but it's good that you have the option to use that or the spray gun. It's long. It's very, very long. It's 40 meters long and it's still going. We're now on the new plot. We're gonna see how far we can take this. Okay, so there's actually, this is as far as I can really go. I've now gone from one end of my plot all the way over there, right across my plot, and then right through the new plot and outside of it. So, and there's still a bit of length left I can see down there. I've not unreeled all of it. So yeah, more than long enough to cover the entire 2 plots. So that's really good. Before, I couldn't even reach as far as the new plot. I was restricted to my plot with the hose pipe and I couldn't even reach all around that. It was really awkward, but this is much better. Anyway, let's head back over there. I'm going to give the potatoes a water in the buckets because they're drying out really fast. I'm going to mulch them in a few days to hopefully help with watering as well. Still no signs of rain, although it does say on the forecast that it's supposed to rain tonight. It's been saying it's supposed to rain for a couple of days and we've not had anything yet. Anyway, let's get on with watering the potatoes. Okay, so we've demonstrated how long it is. Let's just have a little bit of a watering session and see how we get on. So it's got this flip switch here rather than a trigger, which I actually quite like, to be honest. I like that it's you don't have to hold the trigger down continuously. You can just flip it up and just hold it like that and do your watering. The quality of the gun itself, really good actually. It's a nice material. Looks like a good quality plastic, not that cheap, nasty plastic that you can get. Now, as I said before, I need to mulch these potatoes very soon because they are drying out pretty fast. And as I said earlier in the video, I've actually been watering these potatoes recently with the watering cans. If you were to say that that is a very time-consuming job, you wouldn't be wrong because it was quite a time-consuming job. Running back over to this plot, filling the watering cans up and then bringing them back over here. No, not a job that I like doing very much. There's actually flowers starting to appear on these now. These are Cara main crop potatoes. We've also got some Setanta potatoes and Maris Pipers as well. Now we are forecast some rain tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be enough to water these buckets. In fact, most of the rain's probably going to sit on top of the leaves. It's not going to go into the soil. So it's sort of necessary really that I do this. That rain just isn't going to suffice. But this is a much better experience than the hose pipe I was using before, which actually for a couple of days I was just using the hose pipe on its own, but just using my thumb on the end of it because the spray gun which I was using broke. Strawberries have been doing really well recently. We've picked quite a few already from inside the polytunnel in these hanging baskets. It's just keeping them watered continuously, but they have been lovely. We've had quite a few handfuls already and there's still more fruits on them, so that's really good. It's always worth growing some in the polytunnel greenhouse to get an early crop. You'll get them about a month earlier than outdoors. It's really, really worth doing. The peppers are slowly starting to come on now, I think. I'm just trying to keep them watered frequently because things are drying out pretty fast in the polytunnel. They were quite slow to get going, but I think they are finally starting to get going now. And I think through June and July, they'll really start getting going. It's an absolute dream watering with this. So much better with this, so much easier. I can get around everywhere. Tell you what, I am super pleased with the progress of these cabbages at the moment. Look at that. These are Golden Acre Primo 2. and they're already starting to heart up. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Just keeping them watered. And I don't want to speak too soon because we are forecasting rain, like I said, but there's no slug damage at all on these. Touch wood, that stays that way. Still no signs of cauliflower, but the plants are huge now, so I think we should have some cauliflower starting to appear soon, which is really exciting. But just look at them, beautiful cabbages. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Same with the broccoli as well, the broccoli is looking beautiful. No signs of broccoli yet, but I'm sure it's not going to be too long because look at the size of them, they are doing so well. Really pleased with them. I don't think I've had broccoli plants or cabbage plants looking this good in May. Sprouts are looking really well as well. Look at those. Those are doing super well. Okay, so I've done a bit of a watering session. Didn't need to do too much because it is supposed to rain tonight. But when it comes to reeling it back in, just give it a quick tug like that. And it wheels itself back in with ease. Okay, I want to slow it down, I don't want it to go too fast. Yeah, let's feeding it back in nice and slowly. And it's as easy as that. So there we have it, that is the Vevor retractable hose, 40 metre length. A little bit of a review and test there, and honestly I am made up with this. It's come at a really good time. We're having a really dry spring and I was struggling with the other hose pipe, so this is an absolute godsend. The shell is a good quality, the hose pipe itself, brilliant quality, I cannot fault it at all. The spray gun as well, absolutely brilliant. I'm sure it's going to last many years of heavy use around the allotment. It's more than enough length for most gardens. I mean, it stretches across both of my allotments, so yeah, more than long enough. And they actually include a warranty as well. They've got a little booklet with the warranty, so that's another really good thing as well. These guys have confidence in their products, so that's really good to see. You can get 5% off all of Vevor's products on their website by using my discount code and link, which I'll leave in the description below, so you can go and grab yourself 5% off. If you're wanting to get anything, actually, they've got plenty of other products on their website besides these brilliant hose reels. Honestly, I'm super happy with this, so a big thank you to Vevor for sending me this. I'd recommend it to anyone that's looking for a decent hose reel that retracts itself. I mean, you saw before that when I was retracting it, it was going in pretty fast, that the shell was shaking around a bit, but it had no problems taking the hose reel back in. So yeah, it's heavy duty and it should last a long time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you found this video useful if you're looking for a hose reel that'll last a long time. So that's all for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Happy gardening and stay safe.